I told him I would address his message, so. By the way, what is this? Orange, tangerine, and grapefruit, and ginger as well. I will fresh press one of these every single day to reverse chronic illness, okay? And yes, you're gathered here at the Holistic Dining Room table, and I'm about to address spiritually one of my users, okay? So thank you guys for your presence here. This is gonna be just a quick 30-minute gathering, okay? I'll get to that. Okay, so Dalton, look, you messaged me with some urgency, okay? So I sent some urgency, some chaotic energy coming from you, Dalton. So number one, I cannot take you with me off the grid. However, when that healing center is established, Dalton, you are always welcome to visit, of course. And second, you already have me as a mentor. I will be downloading my digital presence / experience along with the others, the holistic community, okay? So over the next 3 years, you will see me sitting here at the Holistic Dining Room table, or perhaps just behind me at the Holistic Lounge, okay? Even at the Holistic Battlefield from time to time, speaking on remedies that will reverse chronic illness. So, that being said, I address how I make money. So I make money via apps, okay? That is where the majority of my money comes from. Internet, online apps. There are very, very many applications on your iPhone that you can literally pay rent with right now. So if you want further inquiry on how I do that, you can direct message me or just watch the OnlyBand619 YouTube. I go over it every now and then. It is a common question. And I thought there was one more question. You asked me about distilled water, but I already told you. But okay, this was it. You said this: I am slave to the food matrix because my parents only allow me to eat fast food, and it is killing me. Okay, Dalton. So you're very young. So this what you're dealing with, the damage from the processed foods, okay, can in fact be reversed by this lifestyle, and you're very, very young. That's not to say it is a conducive lifestyle for you, but okay, Dalton, you're more able to take on this type of abuse, okay? So Dalton, calm down. It looks like, according to your profile, possibly 17, okay? That being said, you only have another year or so until you can apply every single thing that I did at a much earlier age in order to break free. And I see that you have the massive will to even ask this question at an early age. Indicates, regardless of the spiritual expression I'm about to give you, it already indicates that you are a chosen one, okay, at such an early age, okay? So I'm going to spiritually evaluate your situation based off of what I have access to. Okay, so it looks like you are in the beginning, and you are looking, and you do have an open mind. All the powerful, everything that you've proven so far. Okay, so there is potential in the physical realm, which you see from possibly your parents. Okay, or they are aspiring towards the physical. However, if you wish to advance in this holistic lifestyle, you would need to apply what you learn, okay, and continue to seek holistic remedies, all right, which I believe that you are going to, given your very, very early age, okay, and your insightful question is just speaks volumes, guys. Before I look at the comments, by the way, because I will be receiving a lot of questions, okay. Dalton is 17, okay, so that is a very, very high level intelligence level for a 17-year-old, okay. So I will be basing your intelligence level, your IQ, based off of your question, as I just have Dalton Root, who is very, very intelligent, open-minded individual, has the power to spark many creative minds. Okay, so let's see what I'm about to encounter. YouTube. It's always a different demographic of TikTok friends, as we know. By the way, TikTok, I haven't informed you guys yet, but you are being screen recorded, and I will be rebroadcasting this to the OnlyFans 619 YouTube channel, where we have all gathered at your expense and mine from time to time, okay? Let's be clear, it's actually at my expense every time because it is spiritually taxing to deliver this holistic message. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on here. Whitney, I really appreciate this comment, Whitney. It is very refreshing, and I saw something about condescending before. I invite whoever used that word to visit the OnlyFans 619 YouTube, because I do repost this, and you will see what I have to deal with. Okay, I do receive. Sometimes I hold up the mirror. Okay, either way, Whitney, that was a refreshing question. If your favorite song was a color, what color would it be? Probably violet. Ultraviolet purple, intuitive, like psychic violet, if you will. That is a great question, and Kiosk is back once again to spread their Kiosk. I have you on screen recording in some of my past TikTok, so thank you for the comedic relief, but I will relieve you right now because I only have about 30 minutes to address some of the more insightful, higher IQ level questions and comments. See, this is why I'm so sorry, Whitney. Ultraviolet. By the way, the user I just relieved from the dining room table, you're welcome to the Holistic Lounge with Kisna. He does well with individuals. He is a special needs dog, okay? You guys are gonna get along, okay? Raiders, look, if my dog would talk, this is what the conversation would sound like. Let's see. Can we go outside? Can we go to the skate park? Can we go to the dog park? I'm hungry. These are the kinds of thoughts that I pick up from my companion Blue on a daily basis, okay? Because I am telepathic, all right? So I do actually know what he is communicating, and that is what he communicates 90% of the time, okay? Look, AFK Daddy, as I have said in the past, I am not always going to look my 100%, so thank you for noticing me when I do look better according to your evaluations, okay? Regardless of your praise or dismay, I will be downloading my full authentic self while I forecast the holistic lifestyle, okay? That means if I look tired, I will still be on here regardless over the next 3 years, because again, that is all I have to express myself in this way before I must withdraw the spirit from the smart grid lockdown cities, okay? Not conducive to human spirits, okay? How do you become telepathic? Generally curious. Well, Jerry George, you are in for a treat, because when you incarnated, or actually before you incarnated into this human body, you brought along with you your telepathic abilities, okay, Jared George? What had happened to you and each and every single one of us, Jared George, and I'll follow you back, thank you, was that we were traumatized as children and kept in a fear frequency, okay, from child to adult. That means NPCs will attempt to, as you can see in the comments, from time to time, attempt to dismantle your message, dismantle your authentic way of being. which does in fact break your ability to communicate telepathically. So what's going to be more effective, however, the trauma from these things, okay? Let's see, processed foods, the fact that they are more addictive than heroin, cocaine, also while being banned throughout 90% of most other countries on Earth, okay? These are going to do what they are designed to do: calcify the pineal gland, which is the seat of the soul, okay, the seat, the third eye, etc. So they will attack your third eye at every turn to block your telepathic ability, which once unlocked, by the way, or once re-accessed, okay, you begin to gain access to more and more of your own freedom, which will essentially financially decapitate anyone who uses fear to enslave others. Okay, Jared George? So, that being said, the previous version, me 7 years ago, who did have access to telepathic ability, don't get me wrong, I've always had a strong telepathic ability. However, what I was missing 7 years ago was authenticity, okay? And that has been developed from stopping my addiction to processed foods exclusively, okay? So that is what you will see me on this channel and my YouTube channel, OnlyBen619, talking about /telepathy, /spirituality, / destroying the controllers who keep us all enslaved in 40-hour jobs, because I was once one of them, okay? So Jared George, welcome. And since I have your profile pulled up, I will spiritually evaluate your role in this spiritual war that we all face. And you have an open mind, and let's see, there's not a lot to go from. It looks like you're a new user here. So you have an open mind, and you're very insightful. So I invite you to look, and it looks like you have ended up in a place where, if I could guide your vision a little further toward the holistic lifestyle, the plant-based lifestyle. Okay, so thank you, Jared. Thank you, Jared. Samantha Sadowski, if you are really interested in that question, and I don't think you are, I think you're just here to challenge me as an individual. Either way, you will find the answer on OnlyBen619 YouTube. Okay? But I said it already earlier in this broadcast, so that's why I'm not actually going to say it again. So, you are welcome, Jared George. I appreciate your question. It's very insightful for the new users who are asking, and I will go. This will be reposted to my YouTube channel immediately after, so it does build context for the ongoing conversation that we will have here at the Holistic Dining Room table over the next 3 years, etc. What's up? Yes, I am a dragon, by the way. And telepathy is part of our natural ability. Let's see if Alfor Mentera has accessed any of his own ability here. Let's see. You do have an open mind, Alfor. Okay, so I have sparked your creative mind to at least be open to this. I do see some opposition to what I'm saying here, and that is perfectly natural, okay, given we are on TikTok, okay? Trust me. However, I do believe I have done enough to spark your creative mind here, and that's enough for me, so I gave you a follow. All right. I do not have telepathy. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not going to argue with you, Alford. That's too bad. Many people, they do have calcified pineal glands, so they do lose access to telepathy, okay? If you're interested in regaining access to your natural telepathy, or if you're just our full-on NPC clone, some of them do not have telepathy, so your numbers did indicate that was a possibility. I was trying to steer around that. Okay, Paris, you definitely are an empath. Look, Paris, welcome, Paris. You've just joined me on a, this is just a quick little gathering here while I take in my first form nourishment today. It is 7:09 p.m. everyone, and yes, this is my lifestyle. I have been intermittent fasting, I guess, from January 1st of this year until now, on 90% fruits, okay? 80 to 90%, take that back, 80%, maybe 75%, okay? I'm still eating some cooked vegetables here and there, okay? However, everyone, and I know I just pulled this out of nowhere, but I think it's relevant to what I'm about to read. I have been eating more fruits this year, January 1st up until now, October, than I have throughout my entire lifespan, okay? I think that's relevant to who I am, okay? All right, the juice today, Little Scampy, welcome. The juice today is a orange base with a hint of grapefruit, tangerine, and a slice of ginger, okay? A vitamin C powerhouse. Has been raining all day, okay? So I need liquid sunshine right now. And this is a great way to do that. By the way, Frost Chilling, if you are interested in that, I've answered it already on this broadcast, as I do every single time I come on the live stream. That is a top topic question. So I refer you to my Onlyman619 YouTube channel, where I will repost this live stream and every single live stream immediately after. So there you go. You're welcome. By the way, Butterwood, I meant to message you back. Very, very powerful shift I'm seeing from Butterwood right now, and yeah, I've been very busy, Butterwood, but I did take my time to go through every single picture, or if it was a video, I watched the entire video. I don't remember, sorry, but I did see everything that you were in your past in your post that you tagged me in, and look, that is why. It is exactly that reason, Butterwood, why I arrived here, okay? Because when you do that, okay, you had 6 likes. So 6 people, you have just sparked their creative mind to do to make the shift, to take care of themselves, okay? To love themselves, Butterwood. So thank you again for showing up here tonight and continuing to contribute to the wave that is the holistic movement, okay? So let me read sorry, I didn't even read your comment. I just wanted to address you. Yes, Mr. Vinyl Addiction, don't worry about it. I do just randomly say things that sometimes don't make sense. So, I wanted to address Butterwood's comment. They last 3 days. I've been juicing and eating my greens, and tell me how much better I feel. And the energy, okay. Perfect. Okay, so Butterwood is experiencing some energy yielding benefits from her shift in her lifestyle. Okay, I'm not sure what she was consuming before, but most of us are consuming probably 90%, at least I was, processed foods. Okay, that is foods from a package, that is foods from a restaurant, cooked foods, etc. While we have a modest 10% of actual live foods, that is fruit, vegetables, etc. All right, so Butterwood has turned the table and increased her live raw food, living food percentage, and decreased her death, mold aligned processed food energy. And I shouldn't have pointed at that when I said that, but this is a very electric, powerful juice. Okay, Paris, look. Paris is mad that she had 3 pieces of cheesecake. So Paris, what I don't want you to be angry with yourself or at anyone, Paris, because that is not going to pull you out of that state of mind, Paris. So first, it is good to acknowledge the anger. Yes, it is healthy even to feel upset. Okay, however, Paris, it is honestly 3 pieces of cheesecake is a normal day for me 7 years ago. That is an average day for me, okay, Paris? So listen, Paris. And on top of that, you mentioned Chick-fil-A the other day and all of those other 3 things, yes. And all in one day, yes. So Paris, listen, I came from exactly where you are right now, and I would get overly upset with myself. So I want to offer my hand to you now and tell you that is not the way, okay, Paris? Number 2, Paris, instead of being angry again, after the 3 pieces of cheesecake, instead of being angry, Paris, evaluate what it really is, okay? Like, what is the real energy that is filtering through here, okay? Was it pain? Are you trying to cover up something that has happened to you in the past, okay? Or is it just so addictive that you cannot stop eating it? Okay, there are many. It could be a combination of both of those things, okay? However, I found myself eating me personally, Paris, eating 3 pieces of cheesecake would indicate to me that something was wrong in my personal life, and eating the cheesecake was definitely comforting me and to putting that problem aside to deal with later. So that was my main, it's a distraction food for me, cheesecake, okay? / comfort food, Paris. So you must be honest with yourself and let the anger arrive, okay? But don't let it distract you from the real reason here, the real purpose of why you're eating. So don't let the anger blind you, as it did our friend Anakin Skywalker, and as it does for me here too from time to time at the Holistic Roundtable. So Paris, I believe that you and I, what we both need to work on again still is our anger when it comes to just reacting, okay? So that being said, Paris, you want to focus on the feeling that the cheesecake gave you after the cheesecake, not while eating, okay? Not before, but after, okay? So without the anger, yes, the anger is, that's, you know that you let yourself down. So what comes next, Paris? Chronic fatigue, okay? You said that you were feeling very tired and very ill. So let's focus more on those. Let's focus on more on those, Paris, and you will start to turn the wheels faster to this kind of a lifestyle, okay? Instead of dwelling in the anger, okay? Yes, JG Wentworth is a North Texas legend. So who else is in Texas right now? That was for our friend who shouted out to JG Wentworth. They must be from North Texas. So welcome, guys. Paris, break your fast with some fruit. Don't look. You should be eating, okay? You just had 3 pieces of cheesecake, so you need to be processing the stuff out of your body, Paris, okay? It is not a good idea to fast after 3 pieces of cheesecake, although it's not the worst thing to do, okay? You could be eating more cheesecake, which would be totally worse. So Paris, when you're ready to eat again, Paris, please get some fresh fruit from somewhere, okay? Even if it's not organic, okay? Even if it's a banana, just make sure the next food that hits your stomach is a fruit, and then just take it from there one day at a time, 1 minute at a time if you have to. And trust me, I have had to do this, Paris. Okay, I had to take my life 5 minutes at a time, going back into the kitchen, into the restaurant, not grabbing a chicken tender off of a plate, which is completely normal for me, dipping it in some buffalo ranch, okay, enjoying myself, and then going out to the dining room to once again amuse everyone with my presence, okay, while they all laugh at me, as some of them continue to still do here, okay? So look, Paris, what I mean by all that is you will become more free to make your own decisions once you sit with what it does to you as a drug, instead of how it stimulates you. What does it do to your spirit, your soul, etc.? And someone asked me to shut up, or no, they didn't use a question mark. They told me to shut up. And look, I will be here for the next 3 years, downloading my full authentic self onto the smart grid. That means YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, in the face of every single comment. So, but I will shut up after that point. So for the user who asked, that was for you. I will withdraw my digital avatar, not for you, but just so my spirit can advance once again outside of a smart grid city and outside of social media / internet, because I do have a karmic debt to deliver this information to Paris and those who are genuinely suffering from this lifestyle. By the way, one more thing about the user who told me to shut up. There are users who wish I would shut up, guys. Harvard graduate doctors / US senators who align with this message have been repeatedly silenced, okay? Because the user who wanted me to shut up and people who align with the parasite energy, such as this user, will be financially decapitated, okay? Once Paris and I get our shit together and break our change from their fear frequency matrix. Okay, Paris. So trust me when I'm, you can tell because you're a very empathetic, telepathic individual. Parasite energy from aligned energy. So, and you're not the only one. There are very many of us in here. Okay, so look, yes, financially destroyed, financially decapitated. That means I'm no longer working a 40-hour job specifically, and only, yes, because I no longer stuff my face with cheeseburgers every day and ruled by fear and money. Okay, I have ascended beyond that level of sad, aka standard American diet, sad lifestyle. And it is sad because when I walk into a restaurant and look into the eyes of a fast food worker, and if you haven't done that, you probably should. I know you have to look away because if you have any empathy, you cannot support these industries, okay? If you have a shred of empathy for, first of all, yourself, but second, for the person in the mirror or your reflection in other people, you would not be supporting those industries, okay? And I'm not mad for people who do. I'm only saying that this would not be possible. This image, this broadcast, OnlyVan619, this person would not be here talking right now if I did not make the choice to do so. Pulling my 7 year ago self from the depths of hell as I saw it, as Paris is in now. Okay, Paris. So Paris, I have 3 years to get you out of wherever you are, and then you must continue from there on your own, but I know that you will have the strength to do so, okay? And look, guys, thank you, Jesse, for your very, very insightful question. I'm going to follow you immediately for this question, okay? And I already follow you, so look, that there's a reason I follow people who, and guys, I base intelligence off the question. So if I'm getting like, there are people who are just stuck in a, and that's fine, but there are also people who have higher levels of intelligence, like our friend Jessie, okay? She asked me where I got my juicer, and that is a very intelligent question because not everybody has $500 to spend on a juicer, and neither did I 3 years ago. That is why I went on OfferUp, okay, and got a $300 juicer for $30. So OfferUp is where everybody should get their juicer. And if you have the money and you are at a holistic Jedi level, okay, I do want to upgrade my omega-3. It's an omega-3. It's a standard, fairly okay, like decent juicer. I'm not gonna sit here and complain about it, okay? It's like fairly easy to clean, etc. But I do have a taste for higher quality items, so I will be investing in a Nama juicer, hopefully for Black Friday. And this juicer I'm looking at, guys, basically you can put an entire pineapple in, if you obviously shave it first, but with the core and all, drop it in the machine and it will do the rest, along with any other fruit that's within the size of a pineapple. So it is a very, very powerful machine. And if I can present it here on the live streams, slash social media, etc., it will spark many creative minds, more than my standard omega-3 juicer, okay, which sparks enough at this point in time, but we all know machinery, advanced machinery that does amazing things, especially with beautiful colors like juice, okay, is going to attract very, very many people, okay? If anyone's wondering, orange, tangerine, grapefruit, and ginger, okay? I'm cutting a kiwi and eating some watermelon. Okay, Paris, perfect. Then, Paris, you have just started a domino effect, and look, Paris, you are going to relapse, okay? Look, don't be angry. You are going to relapse. You are going to relapse. It is completely normal. Look, I have relapsed within the past 3 years. There was a time where I went from completely plant-based to eating burgers, okay? I ate burgers for probably 2 months straight, okay? One, because I found a restaurant who gave me access to free food, okay? And it was a restaurant that was on Food Network, okay? Hodad's in Ocean Beach. I don't know why, but they gave me free food. I believe it was because they must have thought I was part of their skate culture, and I was in Ocean Beach, so I believe they were looking out for me, okay? Look, so I was going through a difficult time. I had a relapse, okay, and I did pay the price for it, Paris. So look, it's pay to play. Nobody's perfect, Paris. However, I have recovered immensely, Paris. As you can see, it is possible, but I want you to know that I did hit my lowest point probably about 2 years ago after a 5-year journey on a plant-based lifestyle, and just falling into a major relapse due to I was going through a major depressive period at that point in time. It was before I met my partner, Abigail. So going through a lonely period with almost no end in sight, it felt like. So I know what it's like to be sailing through, and it's almost like there's no end in sight and there's no purpose, okay? So I comforted that, what is the word? Gosh, it's off the tip of my tongue. I just countered that reality with comforting food, okay? So, by the way, Hodad's was on the Food Network and is a very popular, or the most popular burger location in San Diego. So it was very difficult for me to turn down that free food, and I eventually got a hold over myself. Okay, so Paris, I want you to know that we do relapse and no one's perfect, okay? And like, it's anybody who comes on here as a fruitarian, as a raw vegan, okay, I don't know if they will all tell you that what I just told you, okay? And that's okay. But I don't know if anybody is familiar with Fully Raw Christina, and this is not to bash her, but she did eat some fish apparently at some point in her raw vegan journey. This is why labels are just dangerous, Paris. So don't think you need to label yourself as like vegan, or you know what I'm saying. Like, just labels are dangerous, and like I can tell you, yeah, that it could just cause more harm than good. And yeah, so Fully Raw Christina, when she did eat that salmon or whatever it was, I believe it was a high quality source of fish, okay? So she got into a trap by putting herself in a box, okay? And this is why I preach the holistic lifestyle, okay? Although I am plant-based, I still, as some of you know, I did introduce fresh caught fish into my diet to see what it would do, to stay open-minded, okay? And I did receive brain-boosting benefits, and I did receive detriments simultaneously, okay? So we're still understanding which information is good for our bodies, okay, Paris? So again, Paris, you know that when you're in here, Paris, that I give you my full attention, okay? Because you have the power to spark many creative minds based off your position, okay? So, yeah, thank you so much, Paris, okay? Yes, our oceans are completely disgusting. Well, Full Moon, thank you. Yes, this was supposedly a halibut from Alaska. I know Alaska isn't the most pristine either, but it is cleaner than, it was the cleanest that I had access to at the time. So look, we do what we can, and this is why I intermittent fast every day. By the way, Full Moon fly fishing, it's ironic that you are ocean, okay, so 7:30 p.m. and this is my first form of nourishment in a form of a liquid juice I fresh pressed myself, okay? So again, yes, our oceans are disgusting. There are parasites that we will have to deal with. This is why I practice a holistic lifestyle of detoxification every single day, okay? Thank you, Wes, I appreciate that. Maya Bell, okay, Maya Bell, yes, I have caught this. This is a very, it can be a depressing topic, and you will notice tonight I am playing some semi-depressing music. I'm not as eccentric as I normally am. Maya Bell, not sure if you caught this, but what do you personally feel? Oh, so I mistook your question. Sorry, not sure if you caught this, but what do you personally feel causes depressive feelings? Okay. Well, that's just part of being on this planet Earth, okay? And if you have empathy for what's going on, you will experience this as a child. I posted a video earlier where Kanye West really, and I know Someone just laughed when I said Kanye West, including me. But to be fair, I posted a video today, Maya Bell, that really he paints the picture perfectly as the artist that he is. Okay, dealing with exactly this question. Okay, because as kids, as children, and I think you know this, Maya Bell. I follow you, so I think we resonate, right? As children, we already know something is wrong. Okay, that is why there are the temper tantrums in public, etc. So we are acting out our disbelief / discomfort / disapproval of the matrix around us. Okay, so coping with that, trying to be put on a shell to become an NPC / clone will cause depression. Will cause depression. Period. Okay, if you're doing something against your will, if you're doing something for the will of others, you will be depressed. Period. Okay, even if it's in your best interests. Maya Bell, that was for you, because I couldn't break past my depression until I broke into my authentic self. Okay, that is being able to turn down processed foods. For me, again, this was my biggest battle. I'm not saying everyone is, but I do believe a lot of people, such as Paris and myself, because eating is so emotional, okay, and depending on our trauma, all right, food is a very, very accessible self-harming weapon, all right. So that's why I will just hit it from that angle. I know there are other angles, and it's all connected anyway. So thank you for that question. Okay, Maya Bell, look, this is why I gathered here at the Holistic Round Room Table / War Room Table, because look, I must download this full authentic version to the Smart Grid, to the YouTube channel, OnlyVan619, as a karmic debt to pay to humanity, because how much time do we really have left? Nobody knows. Nobody knows before everyone gets chips and doesn't question anything. Nobody honestly knows. So all we know is it's a snowball domino effect, and it is avalanche. And to those who are spiritually aware, that is why we are depressed. Okay, to put it lightly, Maya Bell, use a very, very politically correct word when you said depressed. Oh my gosh, Maya, you're so nice. You're just so nice. So yes, that is why I have arrived here. Okay. Listen, DK podcast. I don't know what your first sentence was, but I see a but. So whatever you said before that, I enjoy. That's what you really mean, because you just said but. All right. So that doesn't. Do you know what I mean? Like, have you heard that before? Okay. Is there any good store-bought what? Juice. Paris. It depends on where you are, but if you're talking about, if it's not squeezed in the grocery store, then no, Paris, no. There is no good juice you can buy in a carton. No, there is not. There's absolutely not. Okay. I am plant-based. I'm not vegan. I was vegan 7 years ago. I went vegan, and this is the difference between vegan and plant-based, if anybody's wondering, and I'm sure many of you already know. As a vegan 7 years ago, Impossible Whoppers, fries, okay. Let's see. Amy's macaroni and cheese in the microwave, vegan. All right, 100 ingredients. All right, that kind of game. Okay, so I have evolved from vegan to plant-based, which is now cauliflower, okay, mashed potatoes, garlic mashed potatoes, everything I make myself, by the way. Rarely anything out of a package. Fresh juice every day, so I'm a plant-based, more holistic lifestyle rather than a vegan lifestyle, which I did attempt, and it did cause me some very, very serious health problems, okay? So, what's up, guys? Paris, you live in Louisiana. That's so funny. we are neighbors. This is why we get along. I am from a very, very small town in Mississippi. Okay, so look, soul sister Paris. Okay, I do believe harvested crawfish from a good source, a good creek, or if there are any left in Louisiana. Oh gosh, if you know of a pristine source, I do believe that fresh caught sources of, yes, even crawfish are beneficial, Paris. So look, Paris, what you want to stay from ultimately, Paris, are ingredients that you cannot pronounce, Paris, okay? If you can start to cut those out, you are naturally, Paris, that's another domino that I just gave you, okay, to make a huge change. So you already started one domino today. That's the fresh fruit. Every single day when you wake up, you should be having fresh fruit first, no matter what, Paris. So that was one domino. / hot liquid / hot tea, Paris, okay? Hot tea first, if you can, and then the fruit. So that's 2 dominoes, Paris. And then this third one I just gave you, okay, is if you can just cut out any processed food that you cannot pronounce, Paris, then go ahead and eat eggs, okay? Go ahead and eat crawfish, all right? Especially if they're catching it themselves, which they do in Louisiana. I know, I'm from there, so they harvest it locally. You love tea, okay? So Tulsi tea, Tulsi. So start to replace some of the triggering foods with the healing foods again, Paris, okay? So yes, Tulsi tea, Tulsi, is one of, it's possibly the most healing tea on planet Earth, okay? Tulsi, okay, Paris? You can find it online. Ask your parents to buy you some. Or if they won't, I will send you some personally, okay? Paris, I'm sure at some point our paths will cross, okay? Actually, I know they will, okay? Susie, did that enlighten you further? Did I kind of assist you in your quest to understand what I was talking about there? Larry Tucker, that is a question I get every single live stream. I already answered it in this live stream, but this is my main job right now. I will be broadcasting the holistic lifestyle full-time over the next 3 years whenever I want, so there's no 48-hour work week job holding me from this job. However, I am making money through the screen as I speak, and through various apps, also in the physical through animal caretaking. So if you want to call that those jobs, that I just do for fun. / I have to do that. This is the real work. This is my real job, Larry. So thank you. Follow the OnlyMan619 YouTube channel for more. Samantha, look, Samantha, I think, and I still do eat bananas, and look, I do think they are great for hunger pains and just getting over certain addictions. There's the carbohydrates of bananas are very satisfying, if you will. So I do believe they serve a purpose in fighting cravings, although, you will come across people who, they're not a fan of them. However, organic bananas, even the baby bananas, I do know traditional bananas are hybridized, okay, obviously, but honestly, compared to, I don't think it's going to be super, super harmful. I think it can assist you in dealing with some greater cravings, like banana, for example, frozen bananas and 2 dates and coconut water is basically, with vanilla powder, that's basically vanilla ice cream or chocolate if you throw coconut powder. So it can be very, very powerful ice cream replacement. So it can be very, very useful. The banana is a very, very powerful tool, okay? As many times as I want. And probably more than that. Okay, Drift King? Fair question. Chelsea, I was trying to, there was a couple dogs who weren't getting along, and yeah, I'll just let you take it from there, Chelsea, okay? I know, Drift, I'm just joking too. Half of the time I'm in these lives, okay? And we have another person. Is yap one of the token keywords here on TikTok? Because I swear I have never heard the word so many times. I have never heard the word yap so many times until I created, or until I joined the live streams here on TikTok, okay? So that is a trending word. But yes, I will be yapping over the next 3 years. You know, as I have said previously and repeatedly, okay? Yeah, Chelsea. It was, look, I've been through a lot of animal caretaking, and especially if for those of you who don't know, I did work with Joe Exotic, aka Tiger King, okay? Yes, right out of high school before he got famous, okay? Yes, I did work there, and I never got bit by a tiger or anything like that, although I was partially tackled by a tiger. Funny story, I wish I had the video, but you know they deleted the fuck out of that video. But if I had access to that video, I would probably go viral because I was tackled by a tiger, guys. Okay? I know that might have been the first time I've ever said that, so I want to scroll down to the bottom. IDK. See, look. Okay, IDK. Look. Can I... Are you starting to understand me more on an emotional / mental / intelligence level? Okay? Are you starting to see where I come from in the world now? Look, Gimme Morrison, I walked right into that, so I have no right to be triggered by what you said just now, okay? I realize that. However, I definitely left Joe and company to engage in that activity without my presence. I was strictly there, guys, I was strictly there for the animals, okay? Hearing tigers roar and lions at night is an experience I will remember for the rest of my life. By the way, it was the largest animal rescue, tiger rescue park in the country at the time, okay? So hundreds of tigers, hundreds of lions that were displaced from zoos throughout the country that we would take care for there, okay? Which, yes, Joe would breed some of these animals, okay, host baby pet shows to make money, okay, yes. Some say you shouldn't do that. I was just there for the animals, okay? People can do what they want, and yes, maybe I didn't see any signs of animal abuse personally while I was there, okay? That's not to say there weren't incidences, okay? It is the largest animal park in the world, again. So, guys, nobody is perfect, okay? Like, obviously Tiger King, obviously myself, and especially the trolls in the comments, which are being screen recorded, by the way, for everyone to laugh at later. Especially me, because as you can see, I'm not even reading half of them, but I do sometimes when I go back through there, because they are just the audacity sometimes. And because I will go back to some of their profiles and troll their sad content in very many cases. Gosh, I went to this one guy's page who was just blowing up my feed repeatedly, and I went to his page and I was just like, wow, very interesting situation we have going on here. So, again, guys, Dalton, at the beginning of this video, which I will repost tonight, I did address everything you messaged me, Dalton, okay? All right? That's OnlyVan619 on YouTube, Dalton. And look, Dalton and Paris, right now, you guys are in the same age group, okay? So you guys are my chosen ones. You guys are the young Jedis. You guys are the Padawans, okay? So guys, I'm gonna need you both to follow the OnlyVan619, because Dalton, Paris, when you are in the chat room, okay, everything I'm talking about, I have you guys in mind. So I hope, Dalton, I answered all of your questions about the distilled water, but for the questions you previously inquired me about, I started the video with that specifically because I've been meaning to get to you. I've just been very busy. So when you messaged me, you don't work, I was partially offended, okay, because that was an assumption on your part, Dalton, but don't worry about it. I addressed it in this video, okay, and don't worry. So yes, Onar, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Just go back to the OnlyVan619 YouTube for some more context on who I am. Puffy Cheeks killed. Outlaw Roofing San Diego. Are you? That is. You're from San Diego, and look, like, I thought that we were going to be cool here with each other. Outlaw rolling. First, I'm overly skinny, and now I have puffy cheeks. Come on, I cannot please a soul on TikTok. You are a skin cancer survivor, okay? So I'm gonna follow you right now, and I want to. You are here for a reason, being a skin cancer survivor. So look, I don't know how you survived, and if you survived with methods I'm not applying here, then great. But in the case of a possible relapse, let me introduce, or you already may know, being from San Diego, okay, there is a holistic-based lifestyle that is confident in the ability, to reverse chronic illness with the use of techniques like fasting, juice fasting, raw food diet, etc. So you're from San Diego. I assume that you know some of this. However, I will spiritually evaluate you right now, Outlaw Roofing, because I have your profile pulled up. Okay, so you have a very open mind, and it looks like you're on the beginning to something, but I see some possible, before I get to that, you are also physically / financially well off, okay, or comfortable, okay? However, when it comes to this digital avatar and the holistic message I am trying to express, I'm seeing some sort of blocks to what I'm saying here, and some patterns that would keep you from this message. So that is my spiritual expression to you. It's not always 100% accurate, Outlaw Roofing. It's just something I do every now and then, just for fun, okay? So, and look, Dalton, you don't have to call me, please don't call me mother, Dalton. Your mother as the username was a joke, Dalton, okay? It was simply a play on words. So please refrain. And yeah, Dalton, it's not really the lives that are making me money. It is different applications. I mean, the lives make a very small percentage of money, along with some of the posts. A very small percentage from TikTok, but I expect that to increase over the next 3 years. But I am making money on different apps. So if you're wondering about what specifically, I go over it a lot, or you can direct message me. So yeah, I'm making more money in the 3D realm using digital apps. So in 2023, you do not need a 40-hour work week job. There are too many other alternatives, especially online right now, Dalton. Even better, if you have no addictions to processed foods or drugs and alcohol, you need to work even less. So that's even better, Dalton. So if you're trying to tap into the body, because the body is the drug, okay? Like if you're trying to tap into spirit and fasting and access natural psychedelic states, which I believe you're on your way to doing that, you're going to shatter and destroy your addictions at a very young age, okay? However, I saw your backstory with your parents, so don't worry, I addressed that. But who makes my bulletproof jackets? Okay, look, I'm not going to tell who makes the bulletproof jackets, but I have been meaning to post a video on the bulletproof jackets. I will do that to show that they are 100,000% effective, okay? Chris, let me pin your comments. I'm not gonna tell you the manufacturer. Why would you ask me that? Hold on. Are the foods from our grocery store poisoned? Okay, this is what I come to talk about, not the No Choice brand, okay? The No Choice brand is already launched and orders are going through. There's no point for me to sit here and talk about No Choice right now, okay? Which I probably will just delete it from my profile because I'm trying to talk about the holistic message here. Look, guys, are the foods from our grocery store poisoned? Chris, have you been to a grocery store outside of the United States, okay? If you have not, for some perspective, a grocery store in Bali, the average grocery store in Bali, is the size of probably this apartment, or maybe double the size. As you know, the supercenter grocery stores we encounter here in the United States, yes, 95 to 99% of literally everything inside the store is poison, not just the food, okay? So, Chris, that comes in the form of packaged processed foods. So I still eat processed foods, by the way, Chris. However, I make sure 100,000% every time that I can, in fact, pronounce the ingredients. And if I cannot, I will not eat it. So, that being said, my diet consists of 90% whole organic fruits, vegetables, okay? That is probably 95% of my diet, sorry. And then I will have maybe 5% processed foods in the form of potato chips from Boulder Canyon, which I'm still waiting on my free box of avocado sea salt oil chips from Boulder Canyon. Thank you, Boulder Canyon representatives. So those chips, by the way, Chris, they have 3 ingredients. So those are my go-to. Sometimes I'll snack on those, you know, after dinner, just because, yes, as I said, I still eat processed foods, Chris. So yes, although, so the foods are poison, but we have to, it's not like we can just break the addiction to the processed foods, aka drugs, overnight, because, Chris, these processed foods that are poisoned are more addictive to quit than heroin, cocaine, etc. All right, so Chris, thank you for your insightful question. You have answered you've answered the question for many people who are wondering the same thing. This is rebroadcast to my YouTube channel, OnlyVan619, right after it's available. So thank you, Chris. I appreciate that question. Zechariah, look, Zechariah, Paducah, Kentucky, Dalton. Okay, so that's where I lived in Bowling Green for very many years. Hold on, Dalton. That is where I began my journey 7 years ago. In Bowling Green, Kentucky, Dalton. Okay, so yes, you are a chosen one. Yes, you are. So you need to visit Mammoth Cave, Dalton, and receive the very many blessed spiritual upgrades that is awaiting you there, Dalton. So visit Mammoth Cave, Kentucky. Perform a fast in Mammoth Cave, Kentucky, Dalton, okay? While you have access to that place, okay? It's one of the 7 wonders of the world, Dalton. I need you to receive your spiritual upgrades, all right? As I have. So, Zechariah, that's awesome. You made a fruit smoothie bowl. You said something the other day that sparked my creative mind. I was screen recording the comments, and I saw a comment that you had made, and it definitely sparked my mind. You told me not to speak something into existence. I forgot exactly what it was, but it's funny that you had said that, because as I was saying those words, I knew that I shouldn't be speaking that. So the fact that you reaffirmed what I had thought, and it was just a deja vu moment, because I saw it like a couple days later. So Zechariah, sorry, I'm not gonna be able to read all the comments. So if I missed something you said, it's not because I wasn't paying attention. It's just because I guess it's because I wasn't paying attention. But sorry. Like, what I meant to say is, it was a very insightful comment that you said, and I am sorry that I missed it. Okay, but if you would post a picture or video, or better yet, follow me on OnlyVan619 on Instagram, because I think that's more conducive for pictures. If you would post that on there, that would be cool, or not. I'm actually starting that on my Instagram now, just posting pictures of what I'm eating, because I would love to see your recreation of the smoothie bowl, okay? I would love to see. Butterwood had an amazing recreation that it really tells me a lot about Butterwood by that presentation, okay? So you can tell a lot by a person from how they present the smoothie bowl, okay? It tells me a lot about who you are as a person. So I would love to see pictures. Absolutely love that. By the way, this is a orange grapefruit tangerine juice with a hint of ginger. Okay? And as always, I do juice these myself, okay? That one's for Abby. So yeah, Paris, no, there is nothing. You're not going to be able to, no, Paris, you're not going to be able to drink a Sunny D. You're not going to be able to drink Florida's Best, which was actually Florida's worst. Wasn't there frog DNA in it or something? I forgot what happened to Florida orange juice, but there was a massive scandal, like massive scandal with their orange juice, which is terrible because when I was in my phase 7 years ago, that is a brand I would have looked to for nourishment. Okay, so these people cannot be trusted. Okay, Paris, they cannot be trusted. All right, so when you're eating the cheesecake, just know like these people who served it to you, they have no interest in helping you. They don't. Just know that, Paris, next time you eat their cheesecake. Okay, if you know that, you'll be more powerful. Don't try to quit the addiction overnight. You're not going to be able to, Paris. Okay, trust me. Yeah, Dalton, you'll figure out the distilled water until you have access to distilled water. Reverse osmosis. If I can't find distilled water, I will drink reverse osmosis. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so Dalton, just baby steps. I see that you're very aggressive in your will to escape this food matrix, but like, yes, just do what you can with what you have. Okay, and you will start the domino effect, and you'll be on a roll in no time. Okay, coast to coast, wherever you want. Why is this entertaining? I don't know, Kara. Let me check on you real quick. Let's see. I love your profile image, Kara. So I don't know if you are entertained or not, or if you're wondering why other people are entertained. I think people are interested to know why 3 out of 4 people experience chronic illness, Kara, and I declare that it is the processed foods of the food matrix. From a fruitarian perspective, Kara. So, and also as a telepathic. So that might be the entertainment aspect. So, Kara, you are about to be spiritually evaluated. And look, I respect your profession. Abigail is a teacher as well. And she's the other face of the OnlyFans 619 page. She's right here doing some stretches. Okay, so I see you have an open mind, a very open mind, okay? And I see 2 very, very powerful numbers as well. However, I am seeing one number that indicates some patterns, okay? And a number that could indicate some hesitation to understand. So I just invite you to, you have an open mind, so I do believe you have the power to spark creative minds as your profession indicates towards participating in this lifestyle, the holistic lifestyle, if you choose to access more of the information. So, by the way, I don't know why that's entertaining for somebody, Kara. I really don't. But it's not, I never started to do, this wasn't for entertainment purposes, Kara. But I followed you just for fun, okay? Yeah, Berkey water. Okay, Dalton, you're getting some good answers here, Dalton. Berkey water filter. If you can get one of those, that is going to be a very, very useful tool throughout your lifetime. Okay, you won't have to worry about water for a while. I haven't had one of those machines, but I do know people who use them, and I can vouch for the quality of them. Okay. Zechariah, you are correct. You are correct. And you know what? That's why it was funny to me, Zechariah, because I wanted to block it. I already knew what I was doing, Zechariah. I wanted to block the astral projection. And then I caught myself saying it, and I'm like, okay, I'm still blocking my access to it, aren't I, Zechariah? I'm still in that mindset to where I had to protect myself from that experience. So, okay, Zachariah, thank you for bringing that to my attention. Yes, you heavily resonated with me when you said that because I was thinking it. Okay? So, but Zachariah, that being said, it was funny because that was my inner child trying to protect me. So, very, very interesting comment you made. Chris, please don't make it only 3 years left in your journey. Like, why? You have tons of time. Okay, Chris, because this has been an ongoing journey for me since I was a child, okay? Since I was a child, I've been on this journey. I only have 3 years to express this part of my journey through social media. That does not mean that my journey will end there. Yes, I have tons of time to do more work that I feel will be more effective from where I will find myself, okay? Which will not be in a smart grid city, okay? Will not be on social media, okay? It's going to be in the physical 3D garden, earth realm, okay? That is where my spirit must reside, and I believe the work that I do there is going to be more. That is a part of my journey, Chris, okay? Mir, yes, thank you, Mir. Apparently, are you finally ready, Mir, to know about the food matrix? If so, follow the OnlyBand619 YouTube page, because I don't have time to talk about it right now. Kizna, no. Thank you, Mir, for your. However, Mir, I will spiritually evaluate you. I'll follow you back, okay, because you followed me. And look, you're on the beginning, you have an open mind, okay, you're on the beginning and you're looking, okay? I invite you to open your mind further, and I believe you are going to by arriving here at the Holistic Dining Room table. So I will be here over the next 3 years discussing the holistic lifestyle that is juicing, fasting, etc. to reverse chronic illness, which 3 out of 4 people end up with at some point in their lifetime, okay, Mir? So, welcome. Dalton, you are in one of the best places right now, Dalton. And I know that you don't want to hear that, most likely. I know for a fact you don't want to hear that, Dalton, but trust me, that part of the country, / North Carolina, / possibly Florida, you're in the right side of the country, Dalton. Don't be mistaken, okay? If you're tired of the surroundings in Kentucky, and I know that is a common occurrence, the neighboring states could offer you some relief. Tennessee, that whole strip, Dalton is going to be the best place in the country to off-grid, okay? What's up, Keisha Garcia? Have I ever seen light traveling even in the dark? I think we all have. Wow, I have very fat fingers, all right? Allison Storms, that's a great question. Is it better to just go for it and start a juice fast, or pace yourself into it? It really depends on your willpower, Allison Storms, and how much processed foods are you eating. If it's a lot of processed foods, yes, it's going to be better for you to replace those processed foods with whole plant-based or even whole-based foods. Even meat would be okay. Even though I don't recommend eat meat, it is going to be better than processed food, okay? For example, a Whopper is going to be better than an Impossible Whopper. Not that I would recommend either, guys, okay? However, based upon your intake of processed foods, Allison, let's assume it's high. This is what I would do. I would, if I were me 7 years ago, here's what I would do on day 1, okay? I would wake up, I would drink hot tea, and then I would wait as long as possible before I got hungry. I wouldn't be fasting day 1. This is me after coming off of heavily amount of processed foods, okay? So I would drink hot tea to try to get some of that stuck waste moving, because that's what I just came from. Hot tea is gonna immediately do that. That's the first domino, okay? My first domino for the domino effect. And the second one would be breaking that with fruit, okay? And then I would prepare some vegetables or, you know, asparagus, mashed potatoes, etc. I would try to prepare as much of this food as I possibly could for a couple days. So I would have a couple days or 3 or 4 days of that routine, and then I would start to, then I think I would start to be more comfortable with adding juice in for a juice fast. And I did skip a step there. I'm sorry. After hot tea, before fruit, I always have a juice first. Okay. So you can even add juice before the juice fast. So yeah, hot tea and then juice. You don't have to fast at first. Just let your body react to the juice. Hit some of that mucoid plaque that's sitting there, because we all have 10 to 15 pounds of that stuff. Mucoid plaque. Please Google that. An image of mucoid plaque will change your life. Just Dalton, if you haven't yet. Paris, if you haven't yet. You too, especially you two. You guys need to Google mucoid plaque, both of you. The rest of you, you guys should, but I need my Padawans. I need you to Google mucoid plaque and click the images tab, because that is going to give you a higher perspective than me speaking on it, okay? And we will go over it more, but first I need you to have an image of what is inside of us right now, okay? All right, Dalton and Paris. And the user I was addressing earlier, I'm sorry. I do have some Padawans. Google what? Here, Dalton, look, I'm gonna write it down right now for you and everyone in here, okay? Comment, okay, so it's called mucoid plaque. Yes, I'm gonna type it out now. So here it is. Mucoid plaque. So everyone in here, especially Dalton and Paris, look, I need you guys to all Google what I just wrote and click on images tab, okay? This substance called mucoid plaque is what has taken us hold as a country, okay? We each have 15 to 20 pounds of this substance, the average person, due to the standard American diet, due to processed foods that the food matrix so gladfully feeds us 3 times a day, okay? Destroying our guts, causing IBS, causing ulcerative colitis, okay? These diseases are killing people in their 20s now. Literally, okay? So Elizabeth Burnett laughs repeatedly. Look, I don't know what I said that was funny, but if you Google mucoid plaque and look at the images and you're still laughing, then I pray for your mental well-being, okay? Yes, Elizabeth, I pray for your Wade. I do not know why that's relevant, but I'll follow you back. I see an image in your profile. Look, Wade, I don't think it's relevant. Dalton, you are welcome. Oh my, John Wayne was full of 70 pounds of mucoid plaque when he died. Northwestern dinner party. Yeah, there was also, I believe Elvis suffered a similar fate. Elizabeth Burnett, I was possibly triggered by the laughing emojis. I thought that you laughed at something I had said that was serious. I was talking about mucoid plaque, and I looked up and saw 5 laughing emojis. So I was triggered by that, and if I was rude to you, Elizabeth, I'm sorry. So look, let me spiritually evaluate you, and let me spiritually evaluate your situation, okay? And your role in what I'm talking about in the food matrix, because if you weren't laughing at me, even if you were, it doesn't matter. I'm not here to be rude to you, Elizabeth Burnett, okay? I do deal with a lot of trolls and a lot of opposition when it comes to this message, so... Okay. I see you are on the beginning, okay? It looks like you are established in the physical realm, okay? But you are looking, okay? There are some possible blocks to what I am saying here, Elizabeth Burnett, about the holistic lifestyle, the mucoid plaque. So I invite you to open your mind, okay, Elizabeth Burnett, to the information I've been sharing here over the past 2 years on the Your Mother OnlyVan619 TikTok page / YouTube channel OnlyVan619, okay? I do believe, and it has been confirmed by many of us in the holistic community, that this lifestyle will reverse chronic illness, okay? And for me personally, it's done more than just that. I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue at an early age, okay? And not only did I completely obliterate that condition And I also freed myself from a 40-hour work week job. So I am getting paid right now to converse with you. I'm also getting paid for some animal friends who have decided to make my living room their holistic den. Okay, so you were laughing at the comments, and look, this is why I took the time to let you know that I get triggered. Okay, and so whatever I said, that was more a reflection of me than it is on you. Okay, it was my trigger to what you had said. And what am I eating tonight? Let's see, Elite Fortnite player. I'm going to have a raw vegan Caesar salad. I know that much. I really want some garlic mashed potatoes, but I'm not sure what the cooked foods are going to be yet. I see some sweet potatoes over there. I do believe I might have a sweet potato, some asparagus. I do have some hummus, a really, really good source of hummus that I could throw in there. There is some brown rice in the mix somewhere. So that and a Caesar salad, a few chips as always. You guys know I have chips every night, okay? Like a handful at least. And, you know, we'll see. Look, Elizabeth Burnett, gosh. I'm gonna have to get to you in the direct message about something like that, because my what I would do for something like that, I don't even know if that's something that we could address, but I would have to honestly. I'm not qualified to make any assumptions here right now, but I can get back to you with some resources that I could gather from this perspective. Because I know that the Western industry contributes to that illness, or caused it. So, some of the comments, let me see. I see, okay, I saw this. Thank you so much. Okay, I read this and I didn't address it, so I will. Squeezing your eyes so much will cause wrinkles at an early age. Okay, yes, that is very true. My first job was, I was a bagger at a grocery store, and this was a long time ago, and I had more wrinkles. I believe I reversed some of my aging effects due to what you were talking about, and I'm pretty sure I did, because I looked in the mirror at one of my jobs when I was like 16, 17, and I noticed a huge wrinkle right there. And then my manager was like, yeah, because you're always like squinting. And it was very, very pronounced. However, now I believe I have somehow reversed that. But as you said, I could trigger it again. So thank you for that. I'll keep that in mind. So you have no experience, in other words. What are you guys doing? Look, contacts I will never wear again, guys. Yeah. I don't know why I pinned that, but I will never wear contacts again. I think it was a fair question because, yeah, no, Aurora, I'm not offended by it. Maybe somebody else was triggered. I'm not offended by it. I know firsthand that it can cause wrinkles, and as it has in the past. And I do remember you from Cape Cod, so yes, I remember you, Aurora, from Cape Cod. Yeah, there's no. I've had way more abrasive comments than what you just said. So yeah. No way, he's having a salad here right now. Well, yes, way, that is true. Shrug of choice. Greg asked me, look, I'll follow you right now if you believe this. Okay, guys, by the way, if you haven't heard yet, November 1st, I will be participating / hosting in Fast Giving. That means the Holistic Jedi, okay, once again will enter the spiritual front lines, all right? The spiritual front lines, okay? I will be on the front lines from my spiritual snipe point, okay? Ready to decapitate any opposition that comes in the face of fasting, okay? Look, so That means I will be doing fresh pressed juices, okay? Hot teas, soups, all right? Smoothies, etc. Everything I make myself. Cashew coconut milk, okay, guys? So fast giving starting November 1st to the end of November, right here. And that being said, my drug of choice, as you may have just guessed from that whole thing, is definitely going to be the body, because the body is the first drug. And how do you access the body as a drug, Greg59? Everything I just shared with you, Greg59, if you're still here, that would be fasting, okay? That would be a liquid diet, okay? You are going to access some of the most powerful psychedelic states you have ever been through once you just return to yourself, okay? Dalton says question mark. Yep, that's, I don't know how to explain it any more further, Dalton. This is why I created the YouTube page. You can watch that whole answer again if you have a question. Hi, YouTube rebroadcast. Yes, Alan Cracker saying hi to YouTube. For the YouTube's entertainment, Alan, I'm going to, he's from OKC. Okay, so look, we are very, very in close proximity. By the way, I told the live earlier, Alan Crack Jr., that I did in fact work for Joe Exotic / Tiger King, who is, as you know, or may not know, just a couple hours or hour and a half south of OKC. Anyway, I was going to spiritually evaluate your profile, but there's not a lot to go on. It looks like you're on the beginning of something. So I invite you to open your mind and continue to look for whatever that is. Okay. So hi, he said hi to the YouTube channel. Okay, that was very polite. Okay, Nada, I'm very proud of you, Nada. 24-hour pineapple. Nada, I don't know if you just heard the November 1st fast giving announcement, but I will be doing liquid fasting the whole month of November if you need a fasting friend. Tiger King is funny. Yeah, Tiger King was very, very funny. Very talented, very eccentric human being, okay? You know, you're my favorite TikToker. Oh gosh, thank you so much. Hi friend, vegan couple years now, vegetarian almost 25th, starting just only fruit diet. Well, welcome, Dora Grace. I will follow you immediately. And let's see, vegan for a couple of years now, vegetarian for almost 25 years, I'm assuming. Just starting only fruit diet. Okay, so this is where you are, I'm wondering why you would do this, Dora Grace. Why would you shift from a vegan diet to a fruit-based diet? And I believe we all eventually will go to this phase, don't you, Dora Great? And it's hard for people to understand this, Dora Great. Why would people go to all fruits? Because it seems to be a pretty common thing. People will be vegan for a long time. It either works out one of two ways for the most part, or three ways, I guess. One, they relapse and go back to the old lifestyle. Two, they continue on being vegan or / making better choices like plant-based. And three, as you and I are both discovering, fruit is critical, I assume. Dora Grace, I was waiting on I needed you to back me up on that one, but it's okay, Dora Grace. So yeah, I believe that at some point our bodies just recognize fruit for what it is, and that is our primary fuel source, okay? To be completely honest. Aurora, thank you so much. This is why I've created the Holistic Dining Room Table. Aurora says, because of you, I've changed my diet. I genuinely feel better, okay? Thank you so much. And if it weren't for people who came before me with the message, it's the message, by the way. If it weren't the people who came before me with the message, I wouldn't be here speaking about it. So thank you for admiring me, to be brave enough and just consistent enough to share this message in the face of all the NPCs and clones, because as you can see, and it's pretty common here right now, like I'm not trying to attack anybody in the TikTok at this point in time or ever, but as you know, Aurora Michelle, there's many opposition when it comes to sharing this lifestyle. Yes, I do, Kathy. You're very, very, you have great observational skills, Kathy. However, if you want to improve by doing a one-on-one live stream right now, please please let me call you and we can work on my communication skills if you have the time to enlighten me further on how I can improve them. Kathy, would you like to accept my offer? Fruit is also good to eliminate mucus, hydrate, and clean the blood. Yes, Dora Grace. Best fruits for overall health. Watermelon. Watermelon, melons, coconut, foods that are highest to the tree. Also berries, and grapes. Hydrating fruits, okay? Those are gonna be the most healing. The more the water content, generally the more healing abilities they have. But yeah, definitely grapes. Berries, okay? Very, very powerful fruits, okay? Melons as well. You can find examples of melons going all the way back to ancient Egypt, okay? That means they are highly, highly recognizable as information. Food is information, okay? Thank you, Tom. Let's see. Look, what do I do when watermelon is in season? I have cantaloupes and I have honeydew. I believe those are winter melons. I could be mistaken, but they are available year round where I am. So right now I have a watermelon in the fridge. I know they're going out of season. However, here in Texas, we still have access to melons right now. So when they're out of season, I will be doing cantaloupe and honeydew, okay? A lot of cantaloupe, a lot of honeydew. Yeah, look. Fan of seedless fruit. However, like the user said, sometimes it's going to be maybe the only option, and it's not going to be the end of the world. It's definitely going to be better than a bag of Skittles, okay? Yeah, Kathy. Yeah. No, it's pretty blatantly obvious. I don't think you needed to ask Kathy Hendricks. I think you could just observe and use your powerful observational skills and come to a conclusion. So the question was not loaded, but also if you can answer the question yourself, then why would you ask me that question? Is my question to you, okay? So that's all I'm saying. Yes, Euclid, I have been to New Mexico, and thank you for asking. It is one of the most beautiful places in the country. Taos, New Mexico, specifically, driving up through Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Okay, I did receive very many powerful spiritual upgrades in that area. Also, going out towards Chaco Canyon. Oh my God. I was almost like too chilled to enter Chaco Canyon. Something kept me away from that area, even though I was right there. So something spiritually was blocking my access to that area. So, and I still feel that energy to this day, honestly. Colorado or Wyoming, New Mexico, not even close. Look, I've been to all. I've lived in Wyoming. I've lived in Yellowstone. I've lived outside Jackson, Wyoming, and New Mexico. Yes, it does come close. I promise you it does. You have not been to the right places in New Mexico, my friend. I promise you, Malik. And I do have respect as Wyoming being one of the most absolutely beautiful places on earth. Trust me, and along with Montana, yes. But there is a special spirituality about New Mexico that cannot be matched. Cannot be matched. That's why they call it the land of enchantment. Is there someone else in my home? The 14th Montana, I'm not sure. I have multiple other beings in the home, and I don't think are genuinely concerned. So I will relieve you to the Holistic Lounge where you could express your concerns further with Kisna. He is an emotional support animal, so you guys can... I travel weekly, I promise you. Okay, Malik, this is you're not going to be able to change my opinion on what I think is one of the most beautiful places in the country, as I am not going to be able to change yours. But we are both going to express to whoever's willing to listen our views on what we feel are the most beautiful places. So, Malik, thank you for your insight. I do agree with you that Wyoming and Colorado are very, very exceptionally beautiful states, but I maintain the right to state that New Mexico does not, or exceeds the spiritual level of both areas in my personal experience. So again, to the user who was from New Mexico, vortex, she says, yes, there is a powerful vortex in New Mexico. That's what it is. There's a spiritual vortex in New Mexico, and anybody who has deprogrammed themselves, like 1%, will enter this state and be spiritually activated, okay? They will become spiritually aligned, okay? You have to go through it, okay? Thank you, good citizen. You may not have noticed this part of the shirt, but this logo right here is a centerpiece of the shirt. So, good citizen. Empty. Look, nothing like Maryland, he says. And the northeast part of the country is somewhere I haven't been yet. And 1 second, guys, I gotta check something. Will die at any time. So guys, I'm going to end the live now, but I will be back tonight with my dinner, and this episode will be rebroadcast along with every other episode to OnlyVan619 on YouTube tonight, okay? There's already about 30 episodes up on the channel right now. A few of them do have the screen recording, so you guys can see what I have to go through sometimes to get these messages across. So that being said, I need to run to the store, pick up a few ingredients, and I'll be back tonight with my final broadcast of the evening, okay? So thank you guys for joining Dalton and Paris, to my Padawans. Thank you so much. If you're interested in becoming a Padawan, all that is required is your genuineness, as Dalton and Paris have both demonstrated to me. I will be giving them extra mentorship along this 3-year journey. So if I see that you're expressing a genuine concern and trying to change your health, that is automatic Padawan status, okay? So I will sign off as the Holistic Jedi now, and I will see you all in a few hours, and if not, I will see you all at some point through the YouTube channel, OnlyVan619. Once again,